Richard. Hi, we're just waiting for John. Just waiting for John to answer. Hi, John. You're right. Okay. Okay, John. Okay.
I can hear you all okay.
Yeah, that's perfect. I can actually hear you, Richard, rather than sounding like you're on the other side of the field. Okay, John, can you just run over, because, sorry Richard, I've got several different partners that I work with, and I run through probably about 50 deals every week. So John, can you just run back over this project, please?
Yeah, it's a bungalow. It's on the market for 475.
Yeah.
And it's got planning permission and plans to build a bungalow in the back garden.
Right.
Which is 1,600 square foot.
Okay. Right, okay. Alright, so Richard, can I pick your brains as the local expert, please?
Yeah.
Okay, so the property that we're buying with the plot with planning, so it's coming as one unit, yeah?
Yeah.
What is that likely to sell for? I think I looked at it and I thought we needed about a 30 grand refurb on it.
Yeah, I think looking at it, I think that would probably be about right. You should be looking, I'm trying to be fairly, are you there?
Yeah, I think it's John. We've lost, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to be reasonably pessimistic on it.
Yeah.
So on that one, if you base that on done at around the 400, I suppose, something like that.
Okay, so done up, it's 400, okay. All right, yeah, I normally, when estate agents give me a price, I normally take 10% off, but what you're saying is I don't really need to.
Yeah, I'm kind of already doing that, really.
Yeah, okay, all right, as long as I know where you're singing from, that's cool. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, Richard, is just run through very quickly. I've got a very quick fag packet thing I do that's normally pretty close.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we buy this at 400 and spend 30 on it, it's going to owe us 430 plus stamp and all that stuff, yeah? Okay. So basically, all I do is I add 20% to that, and that normally covers all my buy-sell costs. It covers the stamp duty, it covers the bridging loan or the loan for it and the monthly payments on it for the time of the project, yeah? Obviously, what we'd want to do is to do that one up first before we start building the other one, fence the 2 units, sell that one, and then separate the titles on sale, okay?
Okay.
So basically, that would leave us with the plot at 430, 43 is 86. Owing 516 less the 400 that we can sell it for done. It's basically going to leave us the plot owing us 120 grand.
Yeah.
Basically. So I don't know whether you're with that, John, but if we buy it for, I did it at 400, not 475. The purchase price is 475, isn't it?
Yeah, so let's say he looks at an offer and we look at 450 for now then.
Okay.
So look at it as 450.
Okay, look at it 450. Yeah, so that's 480. Which is nearly 500, so it's 100 grand buy sell cost, so it's going to owe us 580 less the 400 is going to leave us the plot owing us 180 grand. Okay. Now 1600 square foot. Is it a bungalow or a house?
It's a dormer, a chalet style.
And how many of the bedrooms are upstairs and how many are downstairs?
2. I've just got the plans here somewhere. I expect John's probably studied these as close, if not closer than me, I would imagine. I'm on site now, but I'm pretty sure it was 2 upstairs and 2 downstairs.
Okay. All right, now, what do you think if that's the case, it's going to sell for, because that, to me, is an awkward thing to deal with, and it's neither a house nor a bungalow.
Yeah, it's got two double bedrooms, a shower room and ensuite upstairs, and then it's got two more rooms downstairs, bathroom, kitchen, utilities, sitting room. So a bedroom 4 obviously could be a dining room. I would tend to look more at the square footage. I mean, they tend to still, if you worked it, I mean, we're selling things out in that direction. It's to £90 a square foot.
Right.
And I think if you worked it on 270, let's say, for instance.
Yeah.
I normally use my phone. I've got my phone in the ear, so I'm not using that as a calculator. So if you say 1,600 square feet, and if you say times 270, then to a reasonable standard, is 432.
Okay. So if you said 400, we're fairly safe, yeah?
Yeah, very safe, I think, at that. It's what you pay, I don't know what your build cost would be, that's the only thing.
Well, I'm just about to work that out, because normally a 1,600 square foot house would cost us about 140, 150 a square foot to build. And a bungalow, right, I've got John now.
That's just bringing in a building for it, basically, is it, a price?
Yeah, exactly, bringing the builders. And if it's a bungalow, it's going to be more like 175 a square foot, because obviously you've got one slab, one roof, and just a square foot. With a dormer, what proportion of the dormer is upstairs and what is downstairs?
Do you want to answer that, John? I mean, I've got the plans in front of me, but you've looked at them, haven't you? Would John know the building cost?
No, it's not the cost for him. What I'm trying to do is work out of the 1,600 square foot of the planning, whether it's normally a house would be 800, but
I would have thought there is upstairs. So I'm looking at the ground floor is 13 by 7. There's a lot less than 3/4. It's about 15% smaller upstairs. I would say 15% smaller upstairs.
Yeah, it's normally the case with the dormer. So if I allow 160 per square foot, because the slab is going to be.
And they've got Veluxes as opposed to dormers.
Yeah. Okay.
And one gable end with a normal window.
Okay, so that's not quite so desirable, is it?
I suppose there's nothing to stop you changing that planning.
No, yeah, that's if we can. Right, look, let's work on the fact that the plot's going to owe us 180, and the build price at 160 pound a square foot.
That's a lot of money in that campus, but that's going to be quite a lot. I can't see it stacking up at that.
No, I don't think it is 160. But that's actual what it's going to cost, unless you're a builder. Then that's like my builder clients who I'm mentoring. I have to tell them that you might be able to build it at that, and that's your profit. But you're making a profit, but you're not getting paid for doing it. So actually, all you're doing is getting paid for doing it. 160 per square foot times 1,600. It's basically 250 grand build cost. And 180 for the plot. 13, 2, 3. That's 430 cost.
Yeah, it's not missing.
No, and that's kind of what I said to John. That it doesn't stack being sold on its own.
But then the 100,000. That was stamp duty. So you reckon it's going to be 100,000 for your stamp duty, buying costs, and financing costs, really? Yeah,
it's the financing costs that kill it. Literally, because we very seldom do it in 8 months. It's normally 10.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think if it's all being financed, and you're bringing in a team there's not going to be anything in it.
No.
You know, if it was a builder, if somebody got cash and he's building himself, then we can probably do a negotiation and make the deal work. But you know, if everything's being financed and bringing in a team of separate builders, I don't see there's nothing to rake off the top, basically. Is there?
No, not at all. It's kind of one of them awkward ones. And he's not interested in selling the plot on its own.
Depending on what the offer was, I suppose. But again, I mean, I would say if I'll tell you, I can almost tell you how you're going to value it, because you're going to want, if you're saying that the house is going to be worth 400, then you're going to want a minimum of 80 grand profit off the top 20%, which would take then 320. Then you're going to get your building costs off that.
250.
So off 250 is going to be so you're going to 320 less 250 is you're going to say you want it for 70 grand.
Normally, I say we can pay about 15 to 20%. When it's £300 a square foot, I normally say between 15 and 20%. So 15% of the GDV is 60 grand. So that's thereabouts, and 20% is 80 grand.
Yeah, I don't. Not at the moment. It wouldn't be big. You know, I know. I know how guys like anybody, you know, developers will work on, and it would be. It's always we try to convince him that not to try and sell it together, because we always find it's very difficult to sell the two together.
You can't, because the builder won't do it because they've got the buy-sell cost of the house. Yeah. Okay.
But I mean, but if we were selling plot, we can just the plot. I think we could get quite a bit more than 70 on the basis that if it'd be a self-builder buying it, then they'd probably pay us 120, 130, I would imagine.
Look, in principle, what we could probably do is what we call an assisted sale, where we could do exchange contracts with him. We could do the refurb work needed. We can sell off the property, and we can then pay him for the 475 that he's asking.
So you can pay 475 if what? Sorry.
Yeah, I think just doing the numbers quickly in my head. If we exchange contracts with him at 475, we spent the 30 grand on it, and then you put it back on the market. Maybe you can get 420 for it or something. Yeah. Okay. Then when we complete on it, when we have someone that buys it without the plot, okay, we give him his full 475 that he's asking.
So it would be a contract thing, whereas you're not completing until the resale completes.
Yeah. So right now, if we exchange next week, which we could probably do, we can probably get the refurb done in 12 weeks, because we've still got builders working at the moment through this situation. And we can still get supplies. A lot of the building supply companies are actually opening up again this week. We could probably get it done in 12 weeks, and it's more likely to sell, for him, with us having done it up and you trying to sell it at 420 and us completing on that and buying the plot, buying it as one. So basically giving him his 475 the day we complete.
To complete on when she completes on the house once it's done.
Yeah, so literally the day you sell the house for 420, we give him 475.
So would there be something written in the it's price related, whatever he gets? Well, so say you've got, let's just say you've got less than 420 or 400.
We'll still pay him his 475.
Regardless
Yes, well, I mean, we'd go into it thinking, cautiously. We'd obviously don't want to double check and want comparisons and stuff for the 400.
Yeah.
But we'd exchange contracts at, let's say, 475, unless of course we want a share of the profit, in which case we'd want to do a share of, we'd want to pay slightly less for the house and give him a share of the profit and give him maybe 500 at the end.
I think with somebody else, I'll speak to him, but I think somebody else that may very well work with. I'm not sure with him because he's probably in a position if he really wanted to, he could do the refurb himself and he could probably do the plot himself.
Yeah.
But I'll have a word with him. So because they could be, so the exchange of contracts, he wouldn't get any money potentially.
Yeah, we'd normally exchange on enough to pay your fees.
Sorry?
We'd normally exchange on enough to pay your fees.
Yeah. Okay. And then after that, he wouldn't get anything until the
sale of the property.
House is sold.
Yeah, but he'd get the 475, even if the house sells for like 400. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that would basically, it would probably cost us 20 grand in fees and legals and stuff, and a 30 grand on a refurb.
Do you tend to build in any time restraints on that? So
What?
From his point of view, so him from the seller, so from the seller's point of view, he could say, well, what happens if it takes 12 months to sell that, or 18 months to sell that?
What we would do is, once it's done up, is we can agree that if it sells for 400, he gets 475. If it sells for 380, he gets 455. Yeah. And basically, we can price drop it, because if I said to you, sell it for 300, you're going to sell it in a week, yeah?
Yeah.
So, the time depends on the price.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we could do an agreed time frame price drop.
Yeah.
But, if we're starting to drop back on reselling it.
I'm just playing devil's advocate here because I know what I know what he may very well ask me. So if he exchanged contracts, is there time constraints for? So have you got to commit in some way contractually to get that development finished within 12 weeks?
That's what the solicitors come up with between them. And normally we would put a time frame on it, but now we'd want to be time frame plus COVID.
Yeah.
Because obviously it might take a bit longer than what normal, because you can't always get materials.
Yeah, that's the thing,
And a couple of people that I've got, we're doing stuff at the moment, it's costing us a bit more for the refurbs, because we're buying it where we can get it, not where it's cheapest.
Yeah. Okay. I can talk to him about that.
Okay.
See what he says.
So just a quick overview of it. We could pay 475, exchange contracts, spend the 30 grand on it, and then you can sell it for the 420 after the refurb, and then he'll get the full 475, and then we'll end up with the house sold and the plot.
Okay. Let me have a chat with him.
Okay.
All right, because I'm not sure. Knowing the guy, we've worked for him. In the past, he might say, "Well, actually, I might as well spend the 30. I might as well spend the 30 on the
it makes total sense, doesn't it? Because he'll get more.
Yeah.
If you say you can get more for the plot and he can get more for the a house on his own, you can. This is one of them things. Normally, I work on the sum of the parts is greater than the whole. And that's exactly the case. The sum of the parts is greater than the whole.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. So do I go back to John when I've spoken to him?
Yeah.
Come back?
Yeah.
And then John can get hold of you again?
Yeah, as far as the legals are concerned, I've got my solicitors are used to doing these, so they'd be quite happy to explain to his solicitors how it can be structured.
Okay. Because if that might be the case that he wants to have a look at a sort of a draft contracty type thing before committing.
We've got draft contracts we've used. If he's using an old school or just conveyancing solicitor, which he doesn't sound he would be, they tend to go, oh, don't do that, that's just too complicated, rather than come up with a contract that protects him and makes it, worthwhile doing for him. But yeah, if he's got a reasonably creative solicitor, they'll come up with something that will work.
Yeah, that's good. But yeah, I know what you mean. It's getting it through a solicitor. But okay, because it's all this sort of it's all the unknowns, isn't it? Really, because if you've exchanged contracts. I suppose if the contract was breached, then I suppose it would just go back to him anyway.
Yeah, exactly, and he'll get the benefit of the 30 grand refurb.
Yeah, okay. All right, okay. Leave it with me.
All right, brilliant. All right then.
All right, okay. Shall I stay on the line and speak to John, or shall I?
Yeah. Do you want to call in a little while, John? Do you want to call?
If he wants to. I'll call him when I've spoken to the vendor.
Okay. All right then.
All right.
All right. Cheers then.
Okay.
Take care, Richard. Thank you. Bye.
Cheers. Thank you. Bye.